Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Who? Anyway, good morning, everyone. Sorry to be so late as we chronically are. My system needed a reboot for some reason. Anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, late as ever. And I'm a publisher, freelance, of course, editor, freelance, of course, author, multi-platform, of course, broadcaster, and former mortician's assistant. Hope you had a good weekend. I did. I want to thank Scott Thorne and the great staff at Castle Perilous in Carbondale, Illinois, for hosting me and a bunch of my delightful friends last Saturday on Free Comic Book Day. Hope you went and got some good comics for free, and hope you bought something too, because the comics the stores get are not free themselves, and so you're helping defray the cost of those, plus giving a little something extra to the store that's hosting you, and you might wind up with something really cool to read. So anyway, we've got that. We've got a ton of comments, probably mostly bitching about me being late. Oh well. And if you're tuning in late and you want to bitch about me being late, feel free to do so in the comments because we treasure those too. But anyway, let's get to our attitude of gratitude section, and that is the people who bring this show to you. First and foremost, our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with an affordable monthly stipend. And these wonderful people are my patrons, and you might investigate this if you're a creative and you want to see about maybe getting a little something to help forward your mission as well as my own. This is for the Rising Tide mission, and it goes towards a lot of our incidental expenses and such. And in return, they get a twice weekly blog. And for $5 or more a month, you get to read currently the serialized edition of The Terrors 2, the sequel to the best-selling book that's out right now by me. Anyway, if you're interested in checking out what we offer, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and check it out. You'll be so happy you did. I will as well. Also, I want to give a big shout-out to Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And having trouble figuring out where to put my eyeline here. So anyway, we'll fill with that later. But anyway, what do these covers have in common other than the fact they are gorgeous? And some of them are award winners and multi-genre and award winners by my favorite author. Hi there. And also a brand new release tomorrow, The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland, Volume 2, behind a beautiful Jeffrey Hayes cover. Jeffrey Hayes is the genius behind Plasma Fire Graphics. And if you want his expertise to work for you, then contact him at plasmafiregraphics.com. Check out his samples on Facebook, and then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and look at more samples. Plus, get in touch with him directly and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You'll be glad you did. He's great to work with, and the results speak for themselves. Award-winning covers and stuff that makes your customers just want to grab these things, not even ask what they're about, and hand you money. Anyway, that's Plasma Fire Graphics. On the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And we're also brought to you by the Indie Author Book Expo. They do a variety of shows throughout the Midwest, and they also have a shop at one of the malls in West Des Moines, Iowa. It's a beautiful facility, and I'm privy to their plans. They got some really cool things coming up, including a book sale at the mall the weekend of June, I believe it's June 7th and 8th. But anyway, here's more about the IABE.
Hey everyone, if you haven't heard, let me tell you all about Iowa's only all indie independent bookstore. That means every book on our shelves is self-published or produced by a small publisher. What does that mean for you? Simple. Better books built together. Now come check out what you've been missing at IABE Books and Gifts and find a new reason to fall in love with books again. Located at Valley West Mall across from the Des Moines Children's Museum. IABE is a literary nonprofit.
Valley West Mall is a beautiful facility, and they just had a Jedi shop open up across the way from IABE. And like I said, weekend of June 7th and 8th, the Saturday and Sunday, whatever those dates are, they are having a sale with a number of authors. They're hoping to get quite a number of them, and we may be one of them. I don't know that we'll be one of them, because that's an inconvenient weekend for me. But anyway, please check them out, and that's at IABE. They have a page on Facebook. They also have a a regular web page. Check them out. Get involved. Get on their mailing list for future events, and participate and support indie bookstores, for heaven's sakes. They're our last resort. And also, I mentioned that tomorrow, Tuesday, May 7th, The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland Volume 2 hits the stands. Be available on Amazon and all wonderful platforms. Go to stormgatepress.com. 5 new Captain Hawkland adventures by Clyde Hall, Bobby Nash, Charles F. Milhouse, and Robert J. Mendenhall, and myself. And mine has vampires being taken out of the African continent. But anyway, and sent back to help. It's kind of an Easter egg. I'll give you a hint. If you enjoyed my story in Pulp Reality number 2, I have an Easter egg that shouts back to it. Anyway, check it out. It's The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland Volume 2 with a cover by Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. And it's available, like I said, tomorrow on Amazon and all good bookmongers. Check out stormgatepress.com for more information. So anyway, we've got a crap ton of comments. We're not probably going to read all of them, because it's mostly going to be that idiot Brian. He's late again. But anyway, but no, we're going to see who is first today, and it's Carl Witzman. Hello, Brian. Hello, fellow chatters. Hello, Carl. Hope you had a good weekend. And most importantly, will there be a 2 Brians tomorrow night? Don't know. Mr. Rodman has not informed me. It is all incumbent upon Brian's breathing ability. Okay. If it were me, we'd be on every other week. But as it is, we wait on Brian, because he is the power behind the show. I am merely the facilitator. And news, Donna will have another book out soon, so watch on indiecd.org for more news. And if you are a creative person and you are not on indiecd.org, what the hell is up with you? You need to be there. It is an expensive way to promote yourself and to be found among other creatives. So please check it out. And that's excellent, Carl. If you want to give us some more information on Donna's book, that'd be great. And Omniversal Inc. Hi, Brian, you beautiful mad genius. You. Oh, Damien, I love you, honey. Anyway, it's good to see you here. Check out Omniversal Inc. He's got some great product coming out soon. And who should be here actually before me is Good Morning Coffee in Hand. And wait, second week in a row, I'm here before BKM, says Molly Daniels. Yes, darling, you are. So good to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend, having a great week. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. And Donna Carlene, I almost didn't see you come in here. Mwah, good to see you. I hear you have a new book out. Talk about it. Talk about it. And Mike Jimmy Lordship de Bruin, oh, we have not been warned. Well, there is no adequate warning for me. And yes, congratulations, Donna. Well done. And it's, and just saying the initials and that's enough. And here before BKM, we don't use that kind of language around here, Donna. Be more ladylike like me. And yes, congratulations to Donna. That's great news. And everyone saying hello. And Grant Langer, good to see you. Saw those pictures of you on Free Comic Book Day selling your wares with Angie. That made me happy. And yeah, what's wrong with you, Donna? Uh-oh. Carl's asking all the dangerous questions this morning. And hello and congratulations and groan. Yeah. And BKM better get in here quickly, otherwise StreamYard or YouTube is going to make a stream drop, and nobody likes when his stream drops. Oh, Carl, I'm old enough now that my stream drops quite a bit, darn it. And yeah, where is that damn host, that idiot? Anyway, everyone's saying, and thank you very much for remembering me, Grant. And can't imagine Brian, you better show up soon. Yeah, I'm hard to imagine. I really am. And where is Dawn to promote her behind the code for tonight? Okay, yeah. And yeah, some idiot had to reboot his computer. It's stupid system, yeah. And don't forget to leave that like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you, Mike Jimmy. Yes, please take a moment if you would, please, if you enjoy any part of the show or plan to, please leave me a like on YouTube. We are YouTube exclusive now, so if you're looking for us on Facebook, we will have people that will share the show on their channels, and we genuinely appreciate that. But for the original broadcast, it is YouTube or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's good advice. Good that it's being recognized. And dark computers updated at the most inconvenient times. Really? And Rick Bulo says, new title BKM is lazy, so he'll skip doing YouTube for a month. No, actually the way it works out is I don't have any shows that I've committed to from now until mid-July, and that will be Heroes for Kids in Perryville, Missouri. Now, I have one show I have the option of going to, which is the IABE show. But logistics are not working out at this point, so I may not be able to attend that. Grant Lanker says, I'm trying to cut back on my coffee intake, and it is rough. Grant, I have decaffeinated twice, and it didn't. I think one lasted a month and a half. The second one lasted a week and a half, and after I just said, screw it, I'm giving up. Oh, life is just easier to deal with. Anyway, Rick, I'm glad you're here. I hurt my neck throwing my head back and laughing. So you gotta pace yourself after you reach a certain age, I found. So you just kind of do it leisurely. The laugh will wait for you. And yeah, slap me on the wrist, put me over your knee and spank me, Rick. And Grant says, I drank a lot of coffee this weekend because of Free Comic Book Day. See, it was a good weekend then, right? Everyone's having a rough Monday, it sounds like. Yeah, my iPad went out on Friday morning. It really annoyed me. After the show's over, I'm going to run over and see if it is fixable. All right. I'm not optimistic. Is it a bad thing when you hit the power switch and it sounds like there's a little thunderclap inside? I'm just asking for a friend. Anyway, yeah, I'm late enough that I would never judge you, BK. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. And my Monday's been great. It's also luckily almost over. Now, Rick, I don't know. Are you in a different time zone from the rest of us? Let's find out. And everyone's saying that's cool. And later this morning, I have a meeting to discuss becoming an official member of the Stagehand Union. Oh, this is cool. This is something I take it this is something you want, right, Grant? I hope so. And everyone's saying hello. And yeah, that is cool. And hopefully that works out well for you, Grant, says Carl Woodsman. I agree. And usually only around when the gorgeous Brian Rodman is here as well, but didn't have anything to do right now. And so BKM go online, so I thought I will jump in. Well, we're glad you did, Rick. Thank you for being here, even though I'm nowhere near as gorgeous as my hunky boyfriend, Mr. Rodman. He lets me call him Mr. Rodman too. And Molly Daniels, that and Daddy. But anyway, Molly Daniels goes, my weekend sold one book Friday at our first Friday Art Walk and attended a Star Wars themed wedding on Saturday. Bride and groom were married by General Kenobi. Well, good for them. That means it's going to last, right? There'll be an episode of Grant Draws tonight. I'll be painting miniatures tonight. Oh, that's an art in itself, Grant. I've had several friends that do miniatures, including Cookie. My eyesight is to the point now anymore. I couldn't do it, but man, that takes a lot of steady hand. That's great. Oh, and hubby took me to the Japanese restaurant for lunch on Friday. Well, that was sweet of him. Good for him. And good morning to Dawn Dulis. Good morning to you. Glad you're here. And everyone's saying hello. There's Dawn. Dawn! That sounds nice, Molly. It does. And Grant needs some breakfast. Somebody get him some breakfast, will you please? And I'm going to grab some Cheerios with blueberries in. I'll be back. Bring it up for the rest of the class. And behind the code tonight at 7 Central. Way to see that enthusiastic promotion there. It's like, oh, yeah. Anyway. And Joe Bachman, good to see you. IndieCD.org. Check it out. And where's the current promo code for Lulu.com? And Nicholas Tockard, good to see you, my brother. Nick Tockard has the next shift at 10 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He has the greatly improved, never mind the furthermore, they got rid of that hack host from before. What a clod. And they've replaced him with the wonderful Nicholas Tockard, and it's a wonderfully viewable show now. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Check it out. Also, after that, on Monday and Friday, check out Nita and Daphne as they explore the world of indie comics on the Indie Comics Indie Comics World Network. They are wonderful. We love them. And there is the man behind the code, says Dawn. And hey, Joe, I think that Lulu is between discount codes right now. Now, Carl, real quick question. Are you able, I know that on Smashwords and on Drafted Digital, you can generate a code that will provide discounts. Are you able to do that on Lulu? I'm just curious about that. Which, by the way, I had a little dust up with somebody at Smashwords. I'm doing my stuff now through Drafted Digital, but I've been on Smashwords like forever. And I had Drafted Digital set up my account for the Terrors. Where did I put it? For the Terrors, available at all good bookmongers available around the world, and hoopla.com. And anyway, I asked if they could merge the two accounts because they set up the Terrors as a separate book and account from me. And I said, could you combine the two? And he goes, oh, you can check them all through your dashboard. And I wrote back and I said, that's not the kind of dismissive answer I was looking for. You threw several terms at me. I have no idea what they mean. And, like there's an integration going on. I said, I don't know what this integration is. And you just assume that I know what's going on. Up till now, I've had no problem with asking special things. And Amazon can merge accounts. Why can't you? And he came, and I left him a bad review. I really did. And they didn't leave. And I told him. And when he replied to my message, I said it was dismissive. I came to you asking for help, and you basically did the bum's rush on me. And I don't appreciate that. Basically, my attitude was, let's see, no, I got to get rid of this. Hold on. There we go. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Here's Stan expressing my feelings towards Smashwords over the weekend. Okay, so anyway, Brian was not in a good mood and let them know it. So anyway, we'll see if they fix things, okay? So let's see. But anyway, I was wondering, Carl or Donna, whether Lulu can allow you to generate your own discount code. But anyway, Molly Daniels says, come down this Saturday and set up with me at Washington Spring Fest, 9 to 3, no cost, just 10%. Says, oh, that's right. I never did get around to contacting the lady because I wasn't sure what was going on. I will talk to Cookie and see what we can do. And we talked about this last time, so forgetful. I Danish. That's right. Be sure. Rick, there are some days where the countdown to senility for Brian is in the single digits and flames are lapping the tarmac just before takeoff. You know what I'm saying? And we're probably going to write a blog on this today for my Patreon supporters. This weekend, I found out that I am aging out a little faster than I anticipated. And I had some challenges I had to overcome. And I will admit that I have mentioned it before. I have aphasia, self-diagnosed, unfortunately. I have not formally talked to a doctor about it yet. I have mentioned it, and he gave me an Alzheimer's test, and I failed it dramatically. I failed it real bad. So we got a lot of work to do. Anyway, everyone saying hello. And hey, it says Omniversal Inc. Damian Waldron has a question. I have a legitimate question. Should you give a work you have made a story art, etc., the old George Lucas treatment? If so, should it be a bump or a complete shove into revamped territory? That is an excellent question, Damian. My opinion, it depends on the project. You know, you may have a project and say, okay, I've done the best I can with it. I'm releasing it into the wild, and you don't touch it, and you leave it as kind of a cornerstone as to where you are in your creative skills at that point in time. For instance, my own experience, if I can free up enough time, I'm going to put together a hardcover edition of Sandestein. But the thing is, went through. Well, actually, Cookie and I both went through and re-edited it, and it's a lot tighter now. It's a lot better. So much so that it took out enough of the things that I no longer do in terms of style to speed up the story. And we had basically the same page count, but I was able to add more pages to make it worth everyone's while. Namely, we are going to reprint the original stage play script that inspired the book. But anyway, I see nothing wrong with it. My only problem with George Lucas is he does what the Russians do with history. If something is embarrassing, they get rid of it and make no mention of it. Like when the Star Wars holiday special came out, he and Lucasfilms denied it ever came out. And yet there were tens of thousands of us that saw that turkey. And when he did the enhanced versions with the beefed up ILM special effects, he basically disavowed the original version and made sure that it was never referred to again. I still have the original trilogy of Star Wars on disc, and I find the special effects endearing because of all they accomplished with the technology that they were inventing as they worked. It was basically R&D in front of your eyes. So I think it depends. Now, if you want to do that, I would give it a number of years for people to enjoy the original. And then if you feel that you can make a substantial improvement to it, then go back and do it. But don't deny that you had done the one in the first place, and just embrace it and say, I have gotten better since then. That's my own long-winded answer to it. But anyway, and Sonoma Publishing, good to see you. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope all is well. And Omni, says Carl Witzman, once I am done with it, I'm done with it. But if it gets reissued, I will fix things, unless it's tech nonfiction, which I have to update constantly as tech changes. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, Carl. Thank you. And I have a comic, says Damien, I did 2 years ago. That'll be getting a second life and being completed. The story is fine, but the art is lacking. I've had a great editor to look at and give me pointers, and I've improved those parts, but now I feel there's some more bits and pieces to be done. Well, it's been said for ages that visual artists in particular, never finish a piece. They just decide that it's time to release it. And I'd say go back, and especially, if you feel that it would be a drastic improvement, then please do so. I think Joe D. McPhee does that with some of his older Amazonia books. He'd be the one to ask about that. But I think updating him is no problem with that. And in that case, Omni, I'd redo it. I agree with Carl there. And my formatting issues, says Molly Daniels, in Defending Destiny are going to have to wait until July. Otherwise, I have to cough up another $25 to try to fix it. The good news, no one's bought any of my first 5 copies yet. But if they buy those copies, you can afford the 25. Damn it, Molly. And Lulu will let you change your prices anytime you like. Okay. Well, I was wondering if they would run a promotion, because here's marketing idea. You can advertise, on a specific page in Facebook and say, here is the code to get, say, 10% off my book. Then go to another one and make another coupon, say, well, this is where you can get 15%, and then maybe go to your personal page and say, if you use this discount code at checkout, you'll get 25% off. And using those codes, you can track which site gave you the best response for your money. So anyway, just a thought. And good morning to you, Eric Hawkins. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you had a great weekend. What'd you do for Free Comic Day, buddy? It's still open for June 14th. I turned mine in June 30th, or April 30th, excuse me. You do not have to pay $50 as the form says. Oh, cool. Excellent. And I like it when Lulu has a code because it doesn't affect my revenue, which is very minimal already. I understand that. And sorry to hear about that mental test, Brian, but don't read too much into it. Those are not always accurate. I know it isn't. I'm otherwise sharp. I do have a problem when I get very, very tired. I lose names, you know. I've even lost my own at one occasion. So, you know, but I'm getting all these little, actually I shouldn't say little, some of them are big signs that Brian is not going to be a road warrior forever. Brian's going to probably, got a couple good years, decent years left, but I'm having to do workarounds around certain physical limitations. And as you age, you care less about certain things, and so your memory of those things changes. And if that's a term of giving any, and then I've already reached that point, Carl, and in that case, I'm totally senile. But anyway, retest, your brain may just have too many tabs open. Okay, that's possible. That's possible given my attention span. Therefore, the short-term memory is overloaded. I like that. And you specialize your own brain. My brain is pretty special as it is. It rides a very short bus. And hello, Teresa Dunn. Doing all. Wishing you a great week, you too, Teresa. Mwah, glad to have you here. Everyone's saying hello to Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Hey, there she is. There's Donna. And looking to be a great day. I hope you have one, hon. And thanks to you both. I'll take it into account. Well, excellent. We may get some more opinions as we go, Damien, but I look forward to both. I wonder if I've got the first copy. That'd be cool. And I hate to confuse all 20 of the people who bought my fiction. I confuse them constantly, my readers. And Free Comic Book Day, you'll have to tune into CBS Thursday to find out. Oh, is that 48 hours, is it? Or, no, because 60 Minutes is on Sunday. So we'll have to see if the ghost of Mike Wallace knocked on the comic shop door. And hi, the Eric. That's right, the Pro Slayer himself. Seeable every Thursday on Comic Book Spectrum on the channel on YouTube from the desk of a small press publisher with host Joe D. McPhee. And it's awesome. It's a great show. It's a comic book show for people that may not even like comic books. And Carl Westman says, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the free Muncie book I picked up by the Muncie folks themselves, and now it's available to over 300,000 people or more. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Carl, if you could just get one penny of that, you'd have a penny. That'd be great. You'd have a lot of pennies every month. That's awesome. That's great news. I love hearing that. So yeah, we were firmly ensconced in Castle Perilous, my favorite comic shop in Carbondale, Illinois. Maybe the only one, but that's irrelevant. And Scott Thorne, thank you for hosting us. We had a wonderful time. It was great to hang out with Morgan Comnick and Isaac Hicks and some other wonderful friends of ours, and picked up a few free comics. I got a hardcover. And the thing is, I posted on Facebook that you should buy from the store when you're there, because the comics that are offered for free are not truly free. The store pays for them, although they pay like the bare minimum for them, just a few cents per issue. But just the same, they are paying for these books. And to help defray that cost, you should buy something from the comic shop. And I bought a hardcover reprint of the first two full Rocketeer adventures. And that is, I'm just giddy about reading that again. And Molly says, wow, Carl, congrats. And so I'm getting new Muncies every month from people all over the world. That's beautiful. The book is $3 or Lulu for free if they put out a $4 Muncie. So I'm getting something out of it. Don't worry about me. Okay. Good to hear, Carl. Good to hear. That's why I like Hoopla, in that here's the thing for you writers. If you get into hoopla.com, I think the site is hoopladigital.com. But anyway, through Draft to Digital, I was able to get into Hoopla, and they tell you triple the price of your book. So your ebook. So my ebook for the Terrors was like $3.99. So I raised it to like $11.75. And now every time somebody reads that thing, I get 1/5 of the full payment. And if I get 5 people per month, I get that full 11 something. So you read it for free and get the benefit. I get some money out of it, and it's all good. And thanks, Molly, says Carl. And we were at a small venue in E-Town, Kentucky on Saturday. Myself and my 0-year-old, okay. She sold a number of buds, prints, some art prints, and some 12 comics. She has been loving conventions this year. I love seeing the whole family get into it. I really do, Sinopa. That's great. That's fantastic. And a link to the free book is right there at the web.cupofz.com community. Uncle Carl Guide. And Teresa Dunn says, I almost forgot, but I'll be trying Mike Night at the Lost Canvas. I hadn't heard this before. It was the same place where I had my book signing, poetry readings, and months. That's great, hon. That's super. Congratulations. And I still need an ebook cover for Defending Destiny. Right now, it's only available in print. And 9-year-old, I was going to say it was, your wee one doing it in vitro. That's pretty inconvenient for mom, I would say. I mean, really. But anyway, no, but 9-year-old, that's great. So, but because I've got a good friend here, Andy Shaggy Cordy, who is getting his daughters involved in his business. In fact, I don't want to pull them off the wall, but this illustration here, well, actually, let's do this. All right, here we go. We're not going to show you the rest of the room because you'll think FEMA needs to get in here. But anyway, this illustration here and this illustration here are from Andy's two daughters, Andy Shaggy Cordy, who is wonderful. And yes, you just saw verification. I am wearing pants today for once. Sorry to disappoint you people. But anyway, let's see if we can move this back over here. All right, make this. There we go. Can I see? Oh, I can see Ron and Kadrosha and Catwoman. So anyway, so now you know what part of the room looks like. It's a disaster area. So anyway, way to go, Teresa. I don't even want to think about in vitro change making. That's why I price everything in multiples of 5, Carl. That way I don't have to carry singles. I can save them for the club. Anyway, so I see nothing. The no pants dance continues. That's right. No, non-universal. I was just glad to see you. That's all. And my dad goes, oh, funny story about Friday. Older lady saw my table and got a deer in the headlights look, literally backed against the wall, an inch closer to another booth looking horrified. Oh, dear. What did you do that so frightened them? Where did I have this? Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Tilt that down a little. Okay, there we go. Close enough. What did you ever find out what on your table terrified them so? And she said, no, not sure what cover gave her heart palpitations. Your stuff's pretty, your covers are tame enough, Molly. I cannot fathom what could make a reader recoil in horror unless you were like, they mixed wolfsbane and the printer's ink or something. So, Covfefe. I needed it this morning. It was a rough trip home. We got, what was it? We were in Carbondale, Illinois, and I came up towards Evansville, Indiana, because of all the construction on I-57 and I-74. And I didn't feel like taking one of my usual routes, so I took I have a route that I take that takes me around Evansville, Indiana, which is kind of slow getting through it sometimes, usually because of construction. Which, by the way, I will be announcing in the next newsletter, which you can sign up for at risingtide.pub. Is a newsletter. We call it our insider information email. And it goes out the first of every month. If you haven't signed up for it, please check us out at risingtide.pub. But anyway, the Evansville Museum of Art and Science contacted me again. Karen Malone, lovely lady, contacted me, and I'll be doing a panel, co-hosting a panel on writing down there. And I know Molly will be with me, and I hope you will be with me too. It's, I believe it's free admission, and it's a lot of fun. The museum is beautiful. It's a great facility, and we will have stuff for you. And I will have my panel. So we'll see what happens. It'll be great. So anyway, let's see. People are like that, Eric, about Eric's Mad Gasser cheerleader. They either love it or grab their boyfriend's arm when they see it. And they ask, honey, take me home. Get in that cheerleader outfit and gas me, baby. Gas me. Anyway, that's repression right there, Molly. They'll be back next year to buy those books up. That's right. Molly says, I know, right? One vendor sold it too. We had a good laugh about it. One lady asked if let's see, the if the book was religious, and shook her head when I told her it was an irreverent look at the afterlife. The angels sing karaoke to blow off steam from their challenging arrival. You know, there are fundamentalists out there that um, are amusing. I did a show one time. Where was this at? Was this at Castle Perilous? Well, I had a religious nut come in. And I am spiritual, and I'm willing to listen to other faiths. But this guy was just so far off the scale that. So, where was it? I think it was at one of the Saluki cons. But anyway, same guy comes up to me, and of course I'm wearing this thing. And he goes, "Well, why do you wear that hat? Are you Shriner?" I'm like, "Of course, no. No, I'm not Shriner. Shriners have cooler hats than I do." And he goes, "Well, it just makes me wonder why you would wear a hat that was dyed in the blood of Christians." And I'm like, "Because it makes me look good and keeps my head warm. So screw off." Anyway, yeah. Oh Lord, you fill our lives with these people. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, you're going to get people that are irreverent or irreverent, too reverent, I should say. When I worked for the water company, we had account numbers that basically corresponded to the routing of our trucks to do monthly inspections. And somebody just happened to have a number with the number 666 in it, and every month they call in, not just asking, but demanding that we change that number. And we're like, we can't. It is essential because otherwise we screw up checking out your lines, and they aren't having that. It's like, oh no, it's the number of the beast, and it's like, whatever. Anyway, Molly says I do poke fun at her face, but not in a mean way. So, I do too. And Michael Greenberg says, "Fez is cool. You are cool too, Mr. Mike. How you doing?" And as a Christian, I can say there's a great deal of blood talk at our Sunday meetings. That's good. That's good. And the Fez is cool. Thank you, Sonoma Publishing. And ooh, I had that happen to me. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a couple trolls in the Carbondale area. Like one person, I've told the story before when we had EclipseCon a few weeks ago. Somebody got on one of the local Facebook pages, like All About Charleston or something, or Carbondale rather, and started talking about how he was at the show and he had seen somebody put up paintings of these teenage girls who were starring in various anime and manga. And he was saying, "Well, this is kiddie porn. Look at these erotic pictures of young girls." And we're like, erotic? What? They're fully clothed, and it's like a shoulders up shot. It's like a medium shot of these, attractive young women, and there's no indication of their age. But this guy was going off on it, and fortunately for us, we had our champion Lacey Lemke, who was basically signed up for that page and was trolling him to the point where he killed the thread because it was getting so vicious. Anyway, I had a customer last week whose total was 56.66 as Molly Dales. I did joke about buying a soda or a candy bar to change it. There we go. And Omniverse Link says, "I used to work at a call center where I had a lady freak out because of my name and telling me that the devil was in her paperwork, and that if I did immediately get manager, she'd see that I got fired." Well, there's incentive to call in the higher ups. You betcha, lady. Yeah, get me fired. I trust you told her, "My people will be seeing you soon." Anyway, yeah. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Sonoma Publishing. And definitely keep your eye out for the previous catalog. I think around September or so, the September issues. Sonoma has a book that's coming out from Antarctic Press. Ben Dunn. It's going to be great. So anyway, yes, and please like and share this broadcast. We would appreciate it. It helps us quite a bit. So anyway, we are now caught up again. So, but yeah, we had a great time. The nut did not show up. I'm always prepared for him to show up, but he did not show up while I was there on Saturday, I'm glad to say. So, so anyway, we'll take a drink. And I'm thinking what I will do is let's cut this early today, okay? I am needing paperwork to be done, and I am feeling that thing coming on that Carl had to come on one night and save me from. So anyway, people are crazy. The call center stories I can tell. Oh my God, yeah. And our call center when I worked for the water company was wacky, totally wacky. So anyway, let's start winding this down, please. We want to thank our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly. And these wonderful people are helping us out, and they are our patrons, and we love them so. But in return, we are giving them a twice weekly blog called Every Blog Deserves a Name. And we're also, for our $5 and higher subscribers, we're serializing the first draft edition of The Terrors 2, my very first sequel. Oh my God, it's so exciting. It's so cool. Anyway, please check us out on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, we want to thank Jeffrey Hayes for sponsoring the show. Jeffrey Hayes is a freaking genius. He does great work in a variety of genres, and all of it is beautiful, award-winning. This one goes on sale tomorrow. Please check it out on Amazon and other fine bookmongers. And anyway, Jeffrey can do the same for you. Can design a wraparound cover for your book or comic book, and also can do all kinds of graphics to help you sell your product on social media, as well as make even a trailer for you. And you will love his indie creator-friendly pricing. You'll be glad you got in on it. So check out the Facebook page with samples, and also then check out the Plasma Fire Graphic page where you can see even more samples and contact him directly. That's Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And also, we are sponsored now by a new sponsor, IABE, the Indie Author Book Expo. They do tours of book shows, and they also do have their own shop, by the way, in the Valley West Mall in West Des Moines. And their stuff looks just like this.
Hey everyone, if you haven't heard, let me tell you all about Iowa's only all indie independent bookstore. That means every book on our shelves is self-published or produced by a small publisher. What does that mean for you? Simple. Better books built together. Now come check out what you've been missing at IABE Books and Gifts and find a new reason to fall in love with books again. Located at Valley West Mall across from the Des Moines Children's Museum. IABE is a literary nonprofit.
And if you go to their bookstore, they also have various gifts that you can get, and they're getting more all the time. Plus, you'll find some of my books in there too, and they're autographed, so you don't have to pay that $20. Anyway, check out the IAB bookstore at the Valley West Mall in West Des Moines, Iowa, immediately. And Don Dula says people are crazy. The call center stories I can tell. Oh dear. And I've always wanted to be around stories from a call center. And please, everyone, go over to Never Mind the Furthermore and fill Nick Tockart's inbox the way you do mine, and I love it. I will do my best, Carl. I'm still catching up from last week, unfortunately, and later. And I'm trying to, Dawn. Thank you, sweetie. And have a great week, all. You too, Molly. And never mind, love you all later. I love you too, Damian Wahlberg. Anyway, and I love you. Thank you for being here this morning. And see y'all later. Never mind the furthermore. Abandon me, people, right now. I command you. And go to Nick's page right now. You'll enjoy yourself with some interactive conversation with the great Nicholas Tockard. So anyway, please check it out, and we'll hopefully see you next Monday on another episode of No Warning, because that's usually what you get. No warning that I'm going to be on. I make up my mind that morning. And so enjoy the rest of your week. Please try to make it special for somebody. And all it takes is a smile sometimes, all right? Because you never know who you're smiling off the ledge. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome, because that's exactly what you are. We will see you next Monday morning, approximately 9 a.m., probably 9:05 like usual, on Never Mind the Furthermore. I do need more coffee. Anyway, on No Warning. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. And we will see you hopefully next week. And also by The Lost Adventures of Captain Hawkland tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Take care and be good. Bye-bye. Oh, let me hit the correct button. That might help. Anyway. This time for sure. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good week. And thank you for watching No Warning.
How dare you?